Do you think that rap artists are becoming a hazard? Do you think it's the most dangerous? I think somebody said that. I think it was Jim Jones actually. It said hip hop was the most dangerous career to have. You think that is true? Or
There's some truth. There's some truth to that. With Jim saying that it's a dangerous job because you gotta think it's like ignorance teaching ignorance. You know, when we was coming up, the Tupac Biggie thing, you know, was ignorance. You know what I'm saying? It was really no real beef. These niggas really was friends. You know what I'm saying? And but but the the attention that they got from the propaganda uh fueled a whole genre of people feeling like they got to disrespect people to make their name known because they see that the popularity comes from conflict with somebody else or beef. So the 50s the 50 cents how to rob comes from the Tupac Biggie beef. You know, just the whole concept that I'm gonna say a bunch of shit instead of going at one nigga, I'm gonna go at 100 of them. You know what I'm saying? Just to get the attention. You know, and then people see that it worked for 50, and then he gets successful, and he has this big career. And now these young ones that's coming up off of that, they see Tupac, they see the Biggie Ja Rule thing. Now, next thing you know, we got drill music. Or we just gonna kill every and nigga in every song and everything. And that genre of once was spawned as gangster music from NWA era that spawned into the gang banging music with Tupac thinking he a blood or MOB or whatever, and that whole thing get going into the whole gang era because after California introduced it, the gang culture to the world, New York adapted it, Atlanta adapted it, all around St. Louis, some of them already had gangs too, Chicago, so now the gang culture is popular mixed with the beef and this shit. Now you got Bloods and Jim Jones and them niggas running around acting like they Bloods and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even when he started it, niggas was clowning him for it. But then you got a whole bunch of dudes that pick up on this culture. Now they all Bloods and Crips, this, that, and other. To now, to me, it's like the crack era again. But instead of them getting ready to wipe out all the crack dealers, they getting ready to wipe out all the gangs with the Rico. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, we gonna promote this gang culture in the music. We're gonna make it popular. All these kids gonna get infatuated. They all gonna join, and then we're gonna lock all their asses up. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that this new era of hip hop, the drill, you got to come in with this shit beefing with somebody. Everybody ain't playing that goddamn game. And even if they aren't the type that is going to do something violent, they're going to be peer pressured into doing something because this nigga's on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube with a video talking about F your mother or saying the most blatant, disrespectful stuff that he could say for you to attack him. And then you attack him and then you go on Instagram and like, yo, we did this, we did that. And it's like, it's self-destruction. 2022. That's what I believe. They just gonna kill each other up.
do you think it's fair for Empire Records to get the label of the distribution company is profiting off of the insurance of their rappers that are getting murdered? Do you think that that's a fair um, idea, um, or do you think it's a truthful statement? Like, what is your opinion on that? look at taking out insurance policies on their artists to make sure that they can recoup their advances and make sure that they can be profitable either way?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm not gonna fault them because it's a business. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, you don't buy a car and don't get insurance. You know what I'm saying? If you invested in a person, an artist, a property, you want insurance on it. Now, if the climate of the music business is uh if I put out a rapper, he might get killed. Are you gonna fault them for getting the insurance policy when it is a damn near 65% chance that if they create drill music that they're gonna get killed? No. You know, uh, is he probably making more money off of insurance from the artist getting killed? Yeah, he probably making more money that way than selling records. Yeah, I believe he probably is at this point. There was remember there was a funeral home. I can't remember back in the days that was killing. The business was slow, so they would hire people to kill people to up the business for the funeral home. They was killing people to make money.
Business strategy, right? We need injection of sales. How do we put more bodies in caskets? I mean, the only way to do that is to increase the crime rate and to get same way like privatized prisons. You know what I mean? Um, the more people we can lock up, the more money we can make from the government because now we are servicing a higher volume of clients. You know. So choke, man, we've been on here and at this for a minute. Um, what is there? What are you currently working on? What can we support right now? Thank you guys for joining Behind the Records and also Choke No Jokes live on Instagram and on YouTube. Um, what is it that you got coming up? What can we see you and support you in? And we appreciate the new look, the new Choke No Joke executive look. And share with us some of the projects that we should look forward to coming out of your company.
Well, right now, I'm shooting some pilots that I don't want to say yet. Um, but I'm shooting some pilots. I got uh not no black people reaching out to me. I got a nice Jewish friend that wants to financially support me putting something out. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. All I got to do is just put it in writing and shoot it to them, and it's done. So I'm debating on whether I'm gonna do I Am Choke No Joke Part 2 with them, which which people could get on my website, chokenojokeproductions.com. You can get the hip hop nucleus on my website, Choke No Joke, and all the Tunnel DVDs on my website. Y'all can get my mixtape, I Ain't No Joke, on my website for free downloads on my website. My album Learn from Mistakes is on iTunes, Google Play, uh, iHeart, Apple Music, Spotify, all those digital platforms. Um, but I don't, Rob. I don't. I don't like talking about what I'm getting ready to do. I've done some stuff that I know that's going to air on TV sometime next year. But I these niggas be hating so much, Rob. I don't never talk about what's coming up, what I'm doing, because I learned not to do that because like with BET asked me to produce um the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Connie Orlando and Jamal I forgot Jamal's last name real quick, but they called me. We had talks on the telephone, this, that, and the other. Yo, Choke, we want you to produce the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Sure, like do it, because I was trying to do the BET Hip Hop Awards, because I still like that's my baby. Like, let me produce it once. You know what I'm saying? Like Steven ain't even there no more. You know what I'm saying? It's always what's dude name? Jesse Collins. He's been doing it for the BET Awards and that. You know what I'm saying? So we have this long meeting, talk about it, this, that, and the other. Then all of a sudden they go ghost. You know, I know Connie for 13 years, 12 years, probably longer. You don't sit down, talk with me, and ask me to produce a show, and then I'm like, yo, let me do the hip hop awards. They like, nah, this, that, and the other, because you'll just be a producer. This show right here, you'll be the head producer. You'll get to do what you want. You ain't got to answer to nobody. I'm like, all right, I'm with that. All of a sudden, this thing just goes away. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear nothing. Nobody's returning my emails. And that's the bullshit that I don't like about this industry. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like talking about nothing, because when I talk about stuff, shit goes away. You know, Connie supposed to be my people. You know what I'm saying? I thought Jamal was cool too. But all of a sudden, y'all asked me to produce this special, and then it just y'all just go ghost. This is why I'd rather do my own shit, and I'm working on things so I don't have to do nothing with nobody. That's my ultimate goal.
And there's a lot of venture capitalists, there's a lot of angel investors that are out there. I just think that, you know, uh, being exciting today is not the network for you to play with, because they're just going to siphon your gas. You got to find someone that can put the money behind what you've been building all this time and that believe in you. You know what I'm saying? Not people that's gonna you know look at your blueprint, or it's just like me on the consulting side when people say, yo, send me a marketing plan, right? But I have no intentions on paying for that marketing plan. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta charge people for their thoughts. You know what I'm saying? If I'm even thinking about something, you know what I'm saying, you gotta pay for that. You know what I mean? Like, that's bandwidth. That has equity as well, you know. So you just gotta find someone, and there's probably someone that's not even in this industry that just care about the numbers and just say, you know, you know, what does it cost and what do I get back? Answer those two questions, and that's your guy. You know what I mean? Other than trying to go and trying to go the traditional route, and and you competing with heterophobia, homophobia, all those phobias. You know what I mean? So I don't even think that's a word, but it sounds good. Thank you guys for buying badges. I really appreciate that on the IG Live. That keeps us going. It doesn't pay all the bills, but if it could, if it could keep the lights on and keep us going, we're gonna continue to do this. And Choke No Joke, I appreciate you, my brother, as always, and I appreciate you for helping make Randy Acker famous on the internet.
And Mike Kaiser.
And
Kaiser
Money
always tell
Kaiser.
me, Kaiser always tell me, yo, Choke, you made me famous from that, man. Yo, Choke, you made me famous.
Indeed, man. Yes, indeed. And I still, I don't know where I was at in that room. I don't know if you shot that before I got there, But I remember I was seconds away from, you know, I mean, I've been in that meeting so many times, so I kind of forget, you know, when I was in those meetings. But you know, when I saw the replay and Dame Dash going after Randy Acker, so hilarious, brother.
You know the irony in that whole thing, right? The funny shit is right now, Randy Acker and Biggs is partners.
Wow. And Randy Acker manages Drink Champs.
So do Biggs.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And shout out to Nori though, man. I got to give Nori his props, man. Because Nori was able. He's the only guy that I know that was able to get money from the big three. That's Jay-Z, Puff, and Nas. So salute to No for doing that. That was an amazing accomplishment for you to do that, my brother. And there's some upcoming events. Choke, choke, choke. There is, like I said,
What does it take to do that? What does it take to get Jay Nas, and Puff to fuck with you? What does it take for you to do that?
pay you. How does that happen? Nori, you're a genius, my brother. That's all I can say. Fat Joe, you're brilliant as well. Shout out to those guys, man. And they will be at Rock the Bells. Well, let me just kind of say the events and the order in which they're going to happen. So if you guys are in the tri-state area, you need to participate. August 4th, legendary D Nice at Carnegie Hall. Almost sold out. Got to get your tickets. The next day, August 5th, is Erica Badu in Brooklyn at Prospect Park to celebrate Brooklyn. You got to get your tickets